HighTimeToAwake.com presents High Time to Awake. Bible Prophecy with Craig C. White. Today's Bible study is titled, Woe to the Idle Shepherd. The Hebrew word ra'ah is used 171 times in the Old Testament. It is translated into English as shepherd, herdsman, pastor, feed, keep, friend, companion, and a few other things. In the Bible, a shepherd is quite often a person who tends sheep. A shepherd is also a person who leads people. Most often, a shepherd is a leader of the nation of Israel. A shepherd is a king or other national leader. There are good shepherds and there are bad shepherds. God often calls the leaders of Israel bad shepherds. Instead of watching out for the safety of the nation, they are serving themselves. Ezekiel 34 verse 2 says, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds, Woe be to the shepherds of Israel, that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks? During the tribulation period, Israel's leaders will feed themselves and not the people. They will allow the land of Israel to be divided and the people to be dispersed out of their homes. We have already begun to see this happen. As we expect Jesus to return for his church and the beginning of the tribulation period, we can watch and see if the bad shepherds of Israel come to power. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has proven that he is a faithful and strong shepherd. He is diligent to serve his land and people. He is wary of Israel's enemies. He is attentive to the safety and welfare of the Israeli people. Today, Israel is blessed with an upright shepherd. One day, God will raise a wicked shepherd in Israel who will hand over his people for profit. I'm not talking about the Antichrist. I'm talking about a Jewish Israeli leader who will be in office during the Great Tribulation. Zechariah 11:16. For lo, I will raise up a shepherd in the land, which shall not visit those that be cut off, neither shall seek the young one, nor heal that is broken, nor feed that standeth still. But he shall eat the flesh of the fat, and tear their claws in pieces. God himself will raise this shepherd to serve his purpose of judging Israel during the final 7 years of indignation spoken by the prophet Daniel in Daniel 9:24. The wicked shepherd will not care for the children who wander the streets having lost their parents. He will not help those whose lives have been broken. The phrase, nor feed that standeth still, means he will not support those who are standing for what is right. The shepherd will not do what is right. He will do the opposite. He will greedily consume the wealth of Israel for himself. He will tear apart all those who reach out for help. Zechariah 11:17. Woe to the idle shepherd that leaveth the flock. The sword shall be upon his arm, and upon his right eye. His arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened. God decrees misfortune upon the shepherd. The word leaveth means to forsake. The shepherd forsakes the administration of the health, safety, security, and welfare of the Israeli people. God calls him the idle shepherd. Today, we would literally say, rotten, good-for-nothing, worthless shepherd. In the phrase, the sword shall be upon his arm, the word sword refers to a drought and also a cutting instrument. The word arm refers to the arm as stretched out. It signifies force, mighty power, and strength. The verse is declaring God's judgment upon the unfaithful leader of Israel. This could be applied to his personal judgment or possibly judgment to Israel under his tending. This could mean that the Israeli military will be diminished. The idle shepherd will be powerless against Israel's enemies. The sword will also be upon his right eye. The word right refers to your strong side. The word eye refers to sight. This may mean that his vision to do right will be darkened. Zechariah further describes the condition of the arm and the eye. The phrase, his arm shall be clean dried up, again probably means that the Israeli military will be ashamed, confused, confounded, dried up, and withered away to nothing. The phrase, his right eye shall be utterly darkened, may mean that the shepherd is completely blind to what is right. The idle shepherd is spoken of throughout Zechariah chapters 10 and 11 and recapped in Zechariah 13:7. Zechariah 11:5 talks about Israeli people being sold as slaves during the tribulation period. It says, "Whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not." Zechariah 13:7. "Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith the Lord of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn mine hand upon the little ones." Many prophetic Bible verses signify two distinct events, usually separated by time. This is one of them. Here the phrase "my fellow" tells us that the idle shepherd is a Hebrew. God smites the idle shepherd, and the Israeli people are dispersed out of their land. In another meaning, this verse also tells us that the shepherd is God's companion, that is to say, another of the same kind. In this application, my shepherd and my fellow refer to Jesus Christ. The word man here means valiant man. Zechariah is prophesying the death of Christ and the scattering of his disciples. We all wonder how the world is going to impose their peace plan on Israel. It seems that Israel will not relent to their unsurvivable terms, but there is an Israeli leader coming who will not look out for the welfare of his land or his people. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Israeli President Shimon Peres are faithful shepherds. Both men hold the deepest love for their country. However, there is a growing global movement to replace Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This coup extends inside the Israeli government. The opposition wants to install a vain leader who will bow to world dictate, especially concerning creating a Palestinian state inside of Israel. The world is clamoring for Israel's rotten shepherd. All signs point to a soon coming of Jesus Christ to gather his church. Some people say that the idle shepherd will be the Antichrist. The idle shepherd may or may not be the Antichrist or another non-Jewish leader. Jesus spoke of a hired shepherd in John 10. Jesus said, "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth, because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep." The idle shepherd or shepherds definitely include Jewish Israeli leaders. To read my full commentary, go to hightimetoawake.com. You may also contact me through the website as well as check out my new book. Thanks. Hello, this is Craig C. White. Please check out my website at hightimetoawake.com. And while you're there, check out my new book, High Time to Awake, 7 Misinterpreted Bible Prophecies. It contains several commentaries about prophecies that are about to happen in the world today, including Magog Made Easy, which is about an invasion of Israel led by Turkey, and also in chapter 1, the fall and rise of the Antichrist, which tells us that the revelation of the Antichrist on earth is the sign of the rapture. These are important issues for Christians to understand today, so please check out the book at hightimetoawake.com, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.